Genesis 1 to 11.
Presented by Sacred Heart Tamil Catholic Group Catechism Kids.
The creation. Genesis 1 and 2.
In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. The earth was shapeless, and not even the world's greatest seer could make a shape out of it. Now, the earth is a sphere, but that is only now. Nothing was in the earth, too. No people, no animals, none of anything. Can you imagine what that would be like? Only darkness was over the ocean, and at that time, the ocean covered the earth. The greatest thing was that the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters.
On the first day, God created the light. God separated the light from darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness night. On the second day, God created the sky. God was happy with the beautiful blue sky above him.
On the third day, God created dry lands and seas. Then he made plants and trees grow on the land. God was happy with the land and plants on the ground he created. On the fourth day, God created the sun and the moon. He also made the stars. God was happy with the additional lights in the sky. On the fifth day, God made creatures that swim in the ocean and creatures that fly across the sky. God was happy with the sweet animals filling the ocean and the sky. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number and fill the water in the seas and let the birds increase on the earth."
On the sixth day, God created land animals and humankind in his own image. He created male and female. God was happy with what he had created. He gave plants as food to mankind and the land animals. On the seventh day, God was very proud of his work, so he rested. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy. It's called Sabbath.
This is how God created mankind on the sixth day. God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. His name is Adam. God planted a garden in the east in Eden. God made all kinds of trees, and in the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God put the man in the garden to take care of it. God commanded the man not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Then God felt that it was not good for man to be alone. So he caused Adam to fall in a deep sleep and took one of his ribs and made a woman.
First sin, Genesis 3.
Adam lived in the Garden of Eden with his wife Eve. They were perfectly happy obeying God and enjoying his presence until one day. The serpent asked Eve, "Did God really tell you not to eat any fruit in the garden?" Eve said, "We can eat all the fruit but one. If we eat or touch that fruit, we will die." The serpent smirked. "You will become like God," the serpent said. Eve really wanted the fruit of that tree. She listened to the serpent and ate the fruit. After Eve disobeyed God, she led Adam to eat the fruit. Adam ate the fruit and disobeyed God too.
When Adam and Eve sinned, they both knew they were naked. They sewed fig leaves into aprons and they covered themselves and hid from God in the trees. When God came, he knew what Adam and Eve had done. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. God cursed the serpent. God said to Eve, "You will have pain while giving birth. Adam, because you sinned, the earth is cursed with thorns and thistles. You will toil and sweat to get your daily food," God said.
God put Adam and Eve out of the wonderful garden because they sinned. God put flaming swords that moved in all directions to keep anyone from coming near the tree of life. This is the story of the first sin that Adam and Eve committed. Cain and Abel, Genesis 4.
Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. Cain worked as a farmer, growing crops and working in the fields. Abel worked as a shepherd, making sure that sheep were safe. One day, Cain and Abel decided to make an offering to God. Cain offered his produce and Abel offered his best sheep. God loved Abel's gift but did not appreciate Cain's gift.
Cain was angry and jealous of his brother. The next day, Cain asked Abel to go for a walk with him, and when they got someplace that was lonely, Cain killed Abel. God was very angry and told Cain that he should be punished. He should be a restless wanderer and that no land would give him food. Cain knew that if he left, he would be in danger, so he begged God to forgive him. Even though God was very angry with Cain, he put a special mark on him to make sure that no one ever hurt him. Cain left and went to live in the land of Nod.
Noah and the flood. Genesis 6-9. God saw that humans had become very wicked, but there was one man, Noah, who loved God with all his heart. God told Noah that he was going to send a great flood and drown all the humans. He told Noah to build an ark made of gopher wood and take two of every kind of animal, male and female. Noah did all that God asked him to do.
It took many years for Noah and his sons to finish building the ark. When Noah and his sons were done building the ark, Noah went in with his wife and his sons' wives. They brought plenty of food aboard for themselves and the animals to eat. Soon the animals came to Noah and were loaded into the ark 2 by 2. When the animals were in the ark, God shut the door of the ark.
It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The earth was flooded for 150 days. Noah waited 40 days before he opened the window. Then he sent out a dove, but the dove could not find any dry place and returned to the ark. Noah waited 7 more days before sending the dove out again. This time the dove returned to the ark with an olive leaf in its beak, a sign that there was dry land. Noah waited 7 more days and then sent the dove out again. This time the dove did not return.
Then God told Noah to come out of the ark with his wife and his sons and sons' wife and all the animals. God told Noah he would never again flood the earth. As a sign of his promise, God put a rainbow in the sky.
Or of Babel. This is 11. At first, the people of the whole world had only one language and used the same words. Genesis 11:1. They came to a plain in Shinar and settled there. They baked bricks to build their city and used tar to hold the bricks together. Then they started building a tower that reached the sky.
God saw what they had done, and the Lord said, "Behold, the people is one, and they all speak one language, and this they begin to do, and nothing will be impossible for them." God mixed up their language so they would not understand each other, and they scattered them all over the earth, so they stopped building their city. Therefore, the place was called Babel, because the Lord confused the language of all of the earth.